Welcome back, fellow mobile gamer fanatics. MyTyme here, bringing another episode of Top Tries on the second account, starting from the bottom. And today we're going to focus on what do we do once we have got the McLaren 12C and we have finished Monaco 10. Now, I'm not talking about 100% in the campaign. I'm just talking about once you have got that car, what do we next do? I would say the next stage to focus on is account progression. So we've got the campaign kind of out of the way. We're going to go back to that. Now we want to be doing things like focusing on events to get us extra rewards to allow us to focus on our chosen cars to push our garage up and make ourselves more competitive in the future. So how can we do that? Well, we can still get up to RQ 150, but that's not racing to increase our RQ doesn't help us at this moment in time. The only advantage you get from increasing your RQ is getting to the daily events, which you can grind for resources, but at the moment that isn't essential. What you want to do first of all is make sure you are playing your events. Okay, I'm going to give you some examples here. Ultra underdogs. I've played 4 tickets recently. It makes absolutely no difference that I'm in rank 200 and whatever it is and I'm in the bottom tier, because even at the end of this event I'm guaranteeing myself 7,500 cash, which is an absolute godsend at this moment in time. Cash is the hardest resource to keep in your bank. You can save gold. Gold is easier to save than cash, especially when you're starting out, because you have so many projects you want to work on. The cash just slips through your fingers. Extra cash helps. The steel pack will help you can sell the cars. The renown can help you if you want to try and work on the yellow bird. So we will just come in, play this ultra underdog match. You can see through my team I'm not going to have a deck which can compete for the top ranks, so I don't want to be spending resources, limited resources that I don't have, into cars that I'm not currently working on. Now it makes no real difference who I play here. Literally all these people are going to beat me, but I don't mind. All I'm hoping for is I'm hoping that on some of the tracks, okay, some of the tracks will be able to get a win, okay, odd little win here and there as we're lower down in the ranks, just to get those little board picks, just to get that extra opportunity to get some cash off the board, to get a D car, to get even some gold, anything like that. That's all we want. So great, fine, I'll take that. One board pick, no problems. Let's take this. Okay, Jaguar XJ6. Going to the next event. Again, the Challenger Demon Finals. I didn't have 5 Aston Martins. I now have 5 Aston Martins. I only have 5 Aston Martins, but I've just kept them. 4 of them, or 3 of them actually, are unworked. 2 of them are almost maxed. Does it matter that I'm not going to finish anywhere in this event? No. It's the same process. I'm going to put my cars out. I'm going to see if there is, by some kind of miracle, a way that I could, let me change this, that I could maybe snatch a little, extra pack, maybe tier 4. Well, it would be great. It would be great, but it's not essential. Again, I want to make sure I can enter as many events as I can, even to come in the bottom ranks, just to get myself, and let's come and look at it in here, just to get myself, wow, aluminium pack, guaranteed to be a rare, could get a super rare, and I get the super rare Mazda RX-8, which is a very, very good super rare car. Even if I don't want to build it, 15,000 cash, 25 gold. You see how just by playing one game in this event, I'm guaranteed that we can move back to the track again, and this is going to be the same idea. Don't want to sound like a broken record. Cash packs, it's irrelevant. Look at this, under leveled, not even used A160. Then I'm just using the other cars that I've already been working on. I'm not working on anything specific for these events, okay? So your aim isn't to focus on the events, and that's what some people get confused with and think that's what I'm trying to get at here. No, you're not aiming to focus on events as in try to compete at the top of the events. Now, great, if there's an event that comes around that you can, marvellous. What you want to do first is you want to work on the cars that you are planning to build up, the cars that you are putting high value on, that you want to emphasize and work on those. See, here we go, that's at least another 1,000 cash if I decide to build it or not. I can't hold all these cars, but there you go. That gives you that gives you an idea. Now I could go into the budget ride, show you again. It's going to be exactly the same process. I will do this, but I'll do it off camera. I will do the same thing, just put in my cars. It really doesn't matter if I do well or not. Keep on the club events if you can. That can be difficult because sometimes you won't have maybe 5 Italian cars. Keep bringing in those resources. Then when you are bringing in those resources, you can come to work on your cars. Now before I show you the garage I've got and the cars I'm working on, I want to go back and stress how important it is to try and complete the campaign. And I'm going to give you an example here in the USA. I can now come and 3-star this USA campaign using all of the prize cars. Okay, these are all prize cars, so everybody will have access to these cars. Now yes, some of them might be slightly more leveled up. These 2 are stocked, a little bit here, these 2 are leveled up, but you'll see what I mean in a moment. I can come here and I can literally throw these cars out like this, and I'm going to get my 3 stars. Now, why is this important? Because on this second to last course, beating the boss, you get board picks, which include, and I've taken one, you get 4 super rare cars. Now let's see what else we can get. Forget the gold for now, forget the XP. Okay, do it again. You're going to get 4 super rare cars. Now whether they're 4 super rare cars you're going to build, or they can go into improving one of your epics, either way they are cars that you don't want to leave sitting there. If you can come back and get them, get them. It's very easy to forget about the campaign when you walk away from it and realise you have left a lot of good rewards on the board. So for example here, the Mazda Chevrolet Captiva, doesn't matter if I'm going to use any of them or not. That is 3 super rare cars which I can now use to upgrade, say, my, I don't know, I could upgrade my Trailblazer for example, and then that is going to allow me to go back to some of the other events, complete those, get those board rewards, and even more importantly, it's going to make that car more competitive in future events. It's like a cycle. It's like the snowball effect. Once you get something moving, you can then work on something else, which allows you to do something else. So these are the cars that I have. If you look at the filter, the only cars I'm going to be really interested in trying to get in a moment are going to be rare and super rare, so we'll come back to those. But these are the cars I have. So I've just got the McLaren, I'm keeping it. I am working on Lotus Exige, okay? I haven't done too much with my epics yet. I've not worked at all on the Impreza, not worked on the Mercedes. I'm working mainly on the Exige, and I did upgrade the Camaro a bit in order to be able to do one of the levels to beat the car. The roof, I've decided is going to be my fast go-to ultra rare, because it is a very good ultra rare. Okay, now speed wise, great. So what do I need? I need to throw some super rare cars. These are all the cars I've got at the moment, so I need to make some space for some more fuse, and then I've got a load of rare cars still stuck in here. Now what you're going to notice is I'm not building all these cars. I have them here for the moment because I might as well keep them in the garage and sell them until I need to sell them. But if you look down here, my uncommon and common garage has depleted drastically as I start to make room for the better grade cars to help me in events. So I've now done that kind of transition from cars that maybe were helpful at one stage, or I was keeping, hoping to build up. I've had to let them go, and that's what I'm going to be doing again now. Not all of these rare cars that I'm about to fuse are cars that I wouldn't build, but at this moment in time I don't have a place for them. I focused on something else. So for example, if I focused on the Nissan, I've got to go through, finish it, commit to it, build him, use him. Now I want to do the Opel GT, so I will hold this because I know how much value the car has. Say for example I want to do the Vauxhall Chevette, I know the value of that. I would do the Aston Martin, okay? I'm only holding it now because of the Aston Martin event, but that will go. Same with the Honda Accord Hybrid, a car which I have built and used in my other account. I'm not going to do here because I need to be more focused. So that brings me to my next point. What am I working on? Well, as you can see, completed. They're not maxed out, but they've had all their upgrades in. So these guys are all in the same boat. I now need to find my next super rare that I want to work on or finish. And I don't have any in here at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to sell the Lagonda because I'm not going to be building it anytime soon. We're going to come into our held cards. We're going to filter from the new super rares and see, is there a super rare here that I wish to build. Now from first looks it would be either the Honda S2000 or the Crossfire. Now I'm going to opt for the Crossfire because it's standard tyres. Okay, I don't want to do the Infinity Q50, don't want the Captiva or anything. I'm going to work on the Chrysler Crossfire next. I think this will add some value to my current garage. So the idea is come in, lock it, come in, start to work on it. We're now going to feed in cars that I would build at a later date, but I don't have enough room in the garage at the moment. The thing with rare and uncommon cars, you will hope to get them again later on because you're going to get so many rewards, so many board picks, so many packs that you can afford to get rid of them now and pull them at a later date. So that is the tactic we're going for here. So that allows us to bring in 3 more cars. So let's go 1, 2, we'll leave that there for a second, 3. Next thing, got to be vigilant here. Got to decide what I'm working on. I've stopped the M3 because I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I'm trying to see if I can get 3 ultra rares I definitely don't want. It's going straight into the Lotus, okay? That is my plan. Keeping at least one of the M3s is going, maybe both of them. I could get rid of the Camaro or the BMW X5, but until I get something to kind of replace these, even in the super rare category, I'll hold them. But that is my next aim, to work on the Exige. I'm looking for ultra rares for that. So while I can't do that, I can work on my super rares and work on super rares that I think are going to be useful. So we now have 3 new cars that we can fuse. So I come to my BTR, I decide that we're going to get some more work on the engine. I'm going to build this 323 because I want to use it all round. And I said to myself, I don't need the Volkswagen GTI at the moment. I'm not going to build the Infinity Q50 at the moment, and the Captiva again not going to be built at the moment. So be decisive, improve the BTR. Cash has gone down. What does that mean? That means we have to come back, we have to decide on a few cars that we're going to sell to make some money with. Again, we could say, okay, we've got 3 slots. Well, let's bring in 3 cars that we're going to use to either upgrade something else first of all. So 1, 2, and 3. And we come back, we'll find the car that we're going to upgrade with those, and it's going to be probably oh no, I've done the GTX, didn't I? Yeah, I finished it. Oh no, I didn't finish the GTX, sorry. Okay, so the GTX, my nice cheap drag car. I still use this even in the campaign. 10RQ, great investment, worth keeping. Work on him. Cash is depleted again. Okay, no problems. We can come back to our cars. 3 more slots to add, and then we'll start to sell some cars. So let's see what's going to expire soon. Is there anything in here that we really want? Right, fuse car, we've already got 1. I'll keep the Dodge Stealth. I can definitely work on another C car. I've got plenty of cars here to start using now as food. So as you can see, you can then just start to go through and pick, right, which ones of these am I maybe not going to use anytime soon. Okay, cool, and let's add 3 for now. 1, 2, add the 3, let the Dodge Dart go. So there we go, we now have Some cars being worked on, which is important to improve. Not to just sit there leaving your cars in your garage. Yes, I haven't maxed out these cars, I know, because I need to put the cash in them, but they're ready. There's no more upgrades in them. Okay, once you have used your 3, 6, 9, 12. Once you've used your 15 cars into it, it can go up to 3.3, 2.3, 3.3, but it can't go any further. So it's only cash being invested into these cars. Then I can start to go back, and I can now grind the events to try and freestyle them. I can come back, I can start playing a little bit in the events just to get myself on the board and do the challenges. And what's going to happen is I'm going to gradually accumulate more cash, more cars, more packs, maybe get a bit lucky in an event that I have a few cars I can do okay with, but I need to make sure that I focus. There's no point me leveling up all these cars a little bit. I want to, okay, I did this before, it took me a long time to progress. I want to now make some cars, finish them off and make them be my kind of go-to cars, and also diversify a little bit. So I will max out the Trailblazer very soon. It is almost maxed out. I will do the last bit into chassis just so that I will max out the Elise as well. It just needs to have the cash invested in it. So these cars will be kind of the foundation for me in the future events until I then pull other cars that I want to work on. And as a result, I'm not investing in all these ultra rares because I don't want to waste my cash in them for me then just to fuse them later on into one of my epics. And the same with my epics at the moment. I don't want to invest more cash into them unless I'm going to keep them, because eventually they will go into one of my super rares, whether it's the McLaren or something else that I pull in the future. So thank you very much everyone, that has been an update, and hopefully that gives you an idea of where you should be going now if you are newer to the game. Anything from kind of 90 up to probably the 150 RQ, you want to be trying to do this. Your new game now is going to involve the events. The single player will take a side kind of line. It will be where you go back to when you just nothing else to do, clear off the campaigns, get your 100%, take all the board rewards, and then you can start working on your Yellowbird series. But that is going to be difficult because you're not going to have the cars at this moment until your garage increases in size. So I've been MyTyme. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this has given you some ideas if you are a little bit stuck in your game. With that said, I will be back later on with the Demon Finals on the main account, hopefully getting that Demon Challenger reward. Until then, take care and see you all soon.